Lord Sempill, also variously rendered as Semple or Semphill, is a title in the Peerage of Scotland. It was created in circa 1489 for Sir John Sempill, founder of the collegiate Church of Lochwinnoch. Sempill was killed at the Battle of Flodden in 1513. His grandson, the third Lord, was known as the Great Lord Sempill. His grandson, the fourth Lord, was ambassador from King James VI of Scotland to Spain in 1596. The male line failed on the death of his great-grandson, the eighth Lord, in 1684. He was succeeded by his sister Anne, wife of Robert Abercromby, who in 1685 was created Lord Glassford for life. In 1688 she obtained a new charter settling the lordship of Semple in default of male issue upon her daughters without division by her then and any future husband. Her younger son, the 12th Lord, commanded the left wing of the government army at the Battle of Culloden in 1746. His great-grandson, the 15th Lord, died unmarried in 1835 and was succeeded by his younger sister Maria. She was the wife of Edward Chandler. In 1853 they were both allowed by royal license to assume the name and arms of Semple only. However, they had no children and Maria was succeeded by her first cousin once removed Sir William Forbes, 8th Baronet, of Craigivar, who became the 17th Lord Sempill. See Forbes Baronets of Craigivar for earlier history of this title. He was the grandson of the Honourable Sarah Semple, eldest daughter of the 13th Lord Sempill. In 1885 he assumed by royal license the additional and principal surname of Semple. His son, the 18th Lord, sat in the House of Lords as a Scottish representative peer from 1910 to 1934. His son, the 19th Lord, is known as an aviation pioneer who sold state secrets to the Japanese prior to World War II and was also a Scottish representative peer between 1935 and 1963, when all Scottish peers gained an automatic seat in the House of Lords. He fathered one daughter. His father, the 18th Lord, had sired 4 children in total. The succeeding Lord and 3 daughters. The youngest, Elizabeth Forbes Sempill, was born on 6 September 1912. On the death of her father, her brother, the new Lord and Baronet, entrusted the management of his Rintray and Craigivar estates into her hands. Elizabeth, who felt the decision that she was female was a mistake, re-registered her birth in 1952, becoming Ewan Forbes Sempill. On the 19th Lord's death in 1965 the baronetcy and barony were separated. The lordship passed to his daughter Anne, the 20th Lady Sempill, while his younger brother, Ewan, succeeded in the baronetcy, which could only be inherited by male heirs. After a 2-year legal dispute to determine if he was a legitimate male successor. After his death, the cousin born in 1927 became Sir John Alexander Cumnock Forbes Sempill. BT. For information about the further succession of the baronetcy, see Forbes Baronets of Craigivar. The 20th Lady Sempill had married and divorced Eric Holt. She later married secondly Stuart White Marchant, who in 1966 by decree of the Lord Lion assumed the additional surname of Sempill. As of 2017 the title is held by Lady Sempill's eldest son from her second marriage, the 21st Lord, who succeeded in 1995. Lord Sempill. C. 1489. John Sempill. 1st Lord Sempill. D. 1513. William Sempill. 2nd Lord Sempill. D. 1552. Robert Sempill. 3rd Lord Sempill. C. 1505 to 1576. Robert Sempill. 4th Lord Sempill. D. 1611. Hugh Sempill. 5th Lord Sempill. D. 1639. Francis Sempill. 6th Lord Sempill, c. 1622 to 1644. Robert Sempill, 7th Lord Sempill, d. 1675. Francis Sempill, 8th Lord Sempill, c. 1660 to 1684. Anne Abercromby, 9th Lady Sempill, d. 1695. Francis Sempill, 10th Lord Sempill, c. 1685 to 1716. John Sempill, 11th Lord Sempill, d. 1727. Hugh Sempill, 12th Lord Sempill, 1688 to 1746. John Sempill, 13th Lord Sempill, d. 1782. Hugh Sempill, 14th Lord Sempill, 1758 to 1830. Selkirk Sempill, 15th Lord Sempill, 1788 to 1835. Maria Jane Sempill, 16th Lady Sempill, 1790 to 1884. William Forbes Sempill, 17th Lord Sempill, 1836 to 1905. John Forbes Sempill, 18th Lord Sempill, 1863 to 1934. William Francis Forbes Sempill, 19th Lord Sempill, 1893 to 1965. Anne Moira Forbes Sempill, 20th Lady Sempill, 1920 to 1995. James William Stewart Whitemore Sempill, 21st Lord Sempill, b. 1949. The heir apparent is the present holder's son, the Honourable Francis Henry William Sempill, Master of Sempill, b. 1979. See also Forbes Baronets of Craigievar. Kidd, Charles. Williamson, David. Editors. Debrett's Peerage and Baronetage. 1990 edition. New York. St. Martin's Press. 1990. Lee Raymond's Peerage Pages.